Okay, well, I like to look back to the 70s and remember when John Deere would announce they're going to hire 50 people and they would have a line with hundreds of people ready to apply. And this summer we went down Highway 20 by Waterloo and they have a big sign out there to hire people. So I think things are a lot different uh, than than now. So I think as far as that whether a strike makes sense or is justified, it would seem to be much more so now. And I think from what I've seen, probably the relative pay of John Deere workers compared to everybody else in the manufacturing business is not, they're comparable to everybody else. Or whereas in the 70s, a lot of people that wanted to work at John Deere and that couldn't. And I think now the I don't know the details of who's asking what. I saw the one clip of the guy who worked 19 years and was getting 20.82 an hour. I don't know just what all that includes or not, but that doesn't sound like it's particularly high in this day and age. And so I think they have a better point probably now than any time that I would remember.
Well, I want to run down some of the grievances here. And I was out on, watched the picket line. And the point that I want to make to people is I don't know what they're doing in Waterloo, even Ottumwa, Davenport, places like that where they're also out on strike. But I'm telling you, I didn't see anybody misbehaving on the picket line in Ankeny. And these grievances that the UAW has seem to be well founded to me. People don't realize this. Cal's probably got a sense for it. But John Deere is a $6 billion a year company. Their stock price for their shareholders tripled during the pandemic. And they did that because the UAW workers were deemed essential and they came to work every day. And some of them had to be sent home sick. And that meant that the people that remained had to work even harder. We had a fellow from the local here in Des Moines in the Ankeny plant on the podcast, and JD Neal, and he explained this in length. He said it was a slap in the face. The CEO's pay went up 160% during the 2020 calendar year. And he makes $15.6 million a year, again, because of this tripling of the share price, because his income is tied to that. And this contract comes up for the strikers, and Deere comes at him with a proposal that is, in effect, sub-inflation. I mean, it's like 1.8% a year out over 5 years. They want to get rid of the pension eventually that they've been offering since they've been there, basically. And so it looks to me like the UAW has a good reason to go out on strike.